Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. We are back with another Caleb's Critique Corner. I am not holding my cat today, but she's in the background. I didn't really want to disturb her, so she's going to peep from the background there. But today we have some Fossil Cup footage. So some of the first Fossil Cup that we're going to see, and it's actually from a leaderboard player, a very top tier trainer, Rhyblet. I know Rhyblet, we actually faced off in a Seattle tournament back over a year ago. You can actually check out some of my footage from that Seattle Cascadia tournament if you find in my footage. But a very talented trainer, plays a lot of grassroots tournaments as well, and he even participated in Sylph Worlds last year. So a very talented trainer, and we're going to see some leaderboard plays. So it's going to be very interesting. I think even the best players in the world can still make mistakes. So we're going to still try our best to critique some of the gameplay, but who knows? Maybe the gameplay is going to be very good. Before we get into the battles, a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you would also like to have early access to my strategies and lineups, or see behind the scenes footage of my battles, feel free to sign up in the Patreon link down below. Looking into the scene, I'm going to pause real quick, and it's going to be a Quagsire with a Escavalier and a Pelipper. Kind of ABA in some respects because you have the water, but for the most part, the coverage looks pretty strong, kind of ABB. I think you're probably safe swapping the Pelipper. I guess you could safe swap the Escavalier. The tricky part in this meta is that Escavalier's double weak to fire, Pelipper's double weak to electric, and Firefang Mawile and Lantern are both pretty prevalent in this meta. So it's kind of a risky safe swap either way, but I think overall in Fossil Cup, it's a little bit RPS to start. So I think overall it looks pretty good, and obviously it's going to be a fantastic lead, so let's see how Rhyblet plays it out. So they swap to Pelipper, and honestly, no great Pelipper checks, but my guess is he throws... Okay, he goes to the bait. I like this. Most Pelipper users will shield, and then going to swap. I like this play. Obviously, if the opponent does bait, it's not ideal, but you're up a shield, so they have to bait you perfectly to potentially win back switch advantage. And honestly, even if you don't win this matchup, it's not the end of the world, because Escavalier is also very, very good into the Alone Stand Slash. So overall, really good play. And not staying in Quagsire into Pelipper too long is a great idea, because you're doing resistant mud shots, whereas they're doing neutral wing attack. So not a great spot to be in. Of course, there's always potential for a core breaker in the back. So in this specific situation, they could have such as maybe like a Gyarados in the back, would probably be a possibility, or a Mudboy like a Swampert or their own Quagsire. So both like Gyarados or Mudboy are not great to handle, but you have enough neutral checks, so hopefully can overcome. So let's see how it's going to happen. Actually coming with the Escavalier, I like this. Oh, and so Jellicent, kind of a core breaker to a degree, but I like that Escavalier comes in because even doing better against that Alone Stand Slash, and they have to swap out. Jellicent has the potential to, it definitely beats Escavalier, but it has the potential to beat Quagsire. However, you have the matchup you want. And again, that's the core breaker we're talking about. Because this is not a true ABB team, a core breaker in the back is a very high likelihood. But that's okay. I think Rhyblet's in a still a decent place. Throwing the Mud Bomb, I don't think... Yeah, the Stone Edge wasn't going to be reached, so I think good situation there. This is kind of a tough one. You have to kind of call a potential bait. It is going to be a bait, which is huge. No shield. This is still kind of a tough situation. I think you have to counter down if you're Rhyblet. Okay, the opponent swaps in, trying to catch a move. Oh, man. Okay, kind of a misplay from the opponent, in my opinion. I think they misplayed that more than anything else. They're trying to catch a move, but honestly, if they stay in Jellicent at this point, I don't think Rhyblet gets to 2 drill runs before they get to another Surf. Honestly, I think that's the more of a misplay by the opponent. But overall, I think Rhyblet did really well given the situation he was given. Again, kind of an ABA team, so sometimes you're going to face some core breakers. It's really how you play around those core breakers that's going to be really important. All right, Escavalier, you have a great matchup in the back, but not the best matchup in the lead. Oh, okay, they catch a Mud Bomb. Really great time from the opponent. But you have a Stone Edge ready. You can make a similar play. However, you're already down a shield, so you won't be up a shield. Oh, wow, they don't shield. Interesting. Okay, so this is an interesting play. Personally speaking, the Pelipper's very low at this point. I don't think they get to the Hurricane in time. Let's see. Did they throw... Yeah, I don't think they get to the Hurricane in time. I think the better play is to come in with Escavalier, because here's the thing. You come in Pelipper, yes. They can't come in Escavalier, but the problem is Escavalier's not bad into Quagsire anyway, so it's not like they're really avoiding that Quagsire matchup. They could come in something that actually that really beats Pelipper in the back, which in this situation is going to be Lantern. Lantern Escavalier pairing is very, very strong in this cup, so it's not a surprise to see it. And unfortunately, this puts Rhyblet in a tougher position because he's stuck against the Lantern, which is one of the worst matchups you can have. Not enough time on the timer to swap out. Maybe, yeah, I can't even get to Hurricane. I mean, I like the chip damage from the Weather Ball, but this Lantern's going to hurt definitely for the back end matchup, right? Even the resisted Sparks with the neutral Surfs is going to add up against Quagsire. But even worse is that you end up getting this matchup, and you really want the Quagsire on the Lantern. I like this play. Throw the Mud Bomb. Maybe go for a counter down on the Escavalier. Oh, okay. We get the shield from the opponent. Man, this drill run's still going to really hurt, and the Lantern's low to energy. Can you get the counter down? Okay, gets the counter down. Wow, wait, the opponent quit? Wait, how much health was on that Lantern? Oh, yeah, there was actually not enough. All right, so able to find himself a way out of this situation. Really nice. I think overall, let's put it this way. Let's think of a different hypothetical. You come in as Escavalier right here. What does the opponent do? They come in Lantern, or they come in Escavalier. Either way, they're not going to appreciate the drill run, but in all likelihood, they come in Escavalier because they need that Lantern for your Pelipper in the back. If they come in Lantern, you just straight win, right? Obviously, they don't know he has a Lantern in the back. He has a Pelipper in the back. So they come in Lantern, you just straight win because the Escavalier's going to be able to take out the Lantern. Quagsire can help out. They come in Escavalier, you just finish it off with Pelipper, right? Obviously, if they come in Escavalier, you're fine too. You just stay in that matchup, do whatever you can, finish it off with the Pelipper, and then come back in with Quagsire to take out the Lantern. So I think still a solid win from Rhyblet, but I think could have been a little bit easier for him if he didn't come into the Pelipper, the low health Pelipper with his own. All right, kind of a core breaker again. I mean, honestly, Jelson is actually pretty strong to this entire team, so definitely something to watch out for. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. Opponent is going to optimize. And yeah, I mean, you know, the main thing is you're playing against very high level players as well, on top of Rhyblet being a high level player. So you can expect most of these timings from everyone across the board to be pretty good. Wow, getting off. Okay. I expect maybe a shield. Yeah, you kind of want to get some of this energy off, right? Yeah, so Jelson is going to optimize there. Oh my gosh. And still getting to another Mud Bomb. Yeah, that's huge for Rhyblet. Down 2 shields. You could potentially even no shield. Oh my gosh, making no shield. Well, it actually was a Shadow Ball. I'm surprised. Oh, and then to come in with the Ferrothorn. It's going to be a Thunder. I like this play, just shield it, right? Because Jelson's pretty low at this point, and this could be like an AB team to draw out the Escavalier. In my opinion, I think they should have drawn out the Escavalier a little sooner if that was their play. But maybe they have another check to Escavalier in the back. I mean, if they come Jelson here, you know it's over. Yeah, it's over. Who was that, by the way? I've been running a Jelson Ferrothorn Kartana team myself, so maybe it's a Kartana in the back, but if that's the case, that's not the ideal way to play it out. You want to swap the Ferrothorn right off the bat. Alright, opponent goes Mega Horn. Wait, sorry, I missed the lead there. Okay, so it was, oh yeah, Lantern, right? They go, yeah, so Lantern, Escavalier pairing, very, very strong. You see a lot. Mega Horn does a decent amount of damage. I like this play from Rhyblet. Just don't shield, right? Because you want to be giving as little farm as possible. And look at that. So little farm for the Lantern, but also having a lot of energy to throw. So still able to land a Hurricane. They're going to get, what, 2 Sparks off this. This is actually, you know, really great play. And the thing is, if the opponent shielded that Weather Ball, they can't counter down before 2 more Weather Balls are thrown. So it's kind of a waste, right? So that's something like, it's like a small play, but that small play makes a huge difference in the endgame matchup. So definitely something to pay attention to if it's something that you could learn from as well and you don't know already. All right, opponent goes for the Skarmory. I like this. Chip it down, and then now you come in with the Escavalier. It's kind of a weird matchup, but the counter damage is quite a bit, especially because Escavalier is pretty attack weighted. And then probably just go for the drill run. Yeah. Oh my gosh, going for the counter down. Yeah, it's over. Really nice place. Honestly, the team looks pretty good. Again, if you need a Fossil Cup team, this is a leaderboard team for a reason. All right. Coming in with the Pelipper for the Lucario. They no shields. It could be a Shadow Ball. Gonna not shields. I like this play because, what was it, Lantern lead? I think you're gonna be okay either way. And okay, so the timer is a little unfortunate that they're still stuck here, but you just you just no shield. Okay, that could work too. I guess you need the shields for the Scavalier. I actually don't know the Scavalier Lantern matchup that well. Ooh, the no shield here is interesting. The spark damage is really going to add up. I mean, I'm a little concerned. I guess my guess is the opponent's going to double shield and just go for a spark down. Can you get to 3? Oh man, the problem is now, like, they're gonna, you have to throw this one, but you just get sparked down. Yeah, I think the better play there is because you called the Lantern lead, right? I think you just shield the Quagsire. Shield the Quagsire, come in, right? And then Quagsire have some play. Yeah, it's a little tricky. It's definitely a little tricky. Losing Switch there maybe was the downfall. I feel like if you shield the Quagsire, it could still do okay. Maybe you shield the Quagsire and hold on to Entry, don't throw the Mud Bomb. I don't know. You probably have to eventually take out the Frothorn with the Quagsire one way or another. But you just want to come out with the extra Entry against the Lantern, yeah. But kind of a tougher one. But yeah, I knew that the moment the Surf went through, it was going to be kind of a tough situation. Yeah, obviously, if you knew the back line, maybe shielding the Pelipper is fine, but again, you don't really want to get reverse farm down too much, right, by the opposing Lantern. All right, again, a fantastic situation. They're actually running Aerial Ace, but still in a good spot. Yeah, everyone's safe swapping a Scavalier. Interesting. All right, well, fantastic lead and also solid in the back line, right? Something I really like about this team is if Quagsire has neutral play into whoever comes in next, it could potentially stay in and you just finish off the Lantern with the Scavalier. All right, now coming in there. So it's pretty much the same exact team except this time with Scavalier. Scavalier is much worse into Pelipper. You don't have that Shadow Ball option. You don't have anything that really takes out the Pelipper, so it's going to be obviously a much easier matchup. Ooh, okay. Coming into... This is actually not a bad matchup. The counter damage is really going to add up, and it's going to be much more impactful than the Mud Shot damage. Yeah, I think you just shield. Maybe you just play out the 2-shield scenario. Oh, they went straight Dynamic Punch, too. Okay. I mean, if it was a Scald and got debuff, that's a whole different situation. Going to not shield this one. And then doing... Oh, my gosh. Getting to almost 2. I think you're still 1 counter short. I don't know if he lives long enough to get the second one off. CMP, this is so tough. Ooh, this is so risky. Can you get to... Oh, my gosh. Barely getting to the move. All right, good calculated play. Knowing the damage values. Completely winning switch. Oh, and the opponent just quits? What? See, again, this is one of the situations. I talked about this before, right? And this is someone on the leaderboard, right? Rocky, I'm speaking to you right now. Rocky 10126, right? I mean, obviously, you don't know what's in the back. You have a Frothorn with shields down. You can easily take out the Pelipper with 1 Thunder, right? You don't even know what the third Pokemon is. At least play it out and see how that plays, right? Like, it's definitely not over, right? In my opinion, it's very winnable, right? Yeah, actually, no. Okay, let's not even talk about how it's very winnable. It 100% is winnable because it's a Frothorn in the lead. You bullet seed this down. You have an energy lead. You throw the Thunder against the Pelipper. You power whip the Quagsire. Rhyblet has to catch a Thunder on the Quagsire to even closely have a chance. And we haven't even seen the third Pokemon from Rocky's side, dude. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. Some of these leaderboard players are big quitters. One of my biggest pet peeves. But it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Just imagine how much elo they could have if they didn't do that. All right. Anyway, enough of my soapbox here, but dude, it's disappointing to see. All right. A huge no shield call from the opposing Gyarados. Yeah. I like the play to shield the second one because all likelihood going to be a pretty likely chance that it's going to be a Stone Edge. Maybe Aqua Tail bait. Yeah, dude, even baiting with Aqua Tail, man, this person's a savage. This is a very obvious Weather Ball, but it is enough to KO. So I guess the opponent didn't really get too much value by throwing the Aqua Tail. Oh, wow, what? Okay, well, they clearly don't have a great check. Yeah, he just shields. Double Weather Ball? Throw 1? Maybe Wing Attack down? I actually don't think the opponent gets to another move. Let's see. Whoa. I like that play. Okay. Yeah, it's probably like a Mud Boy or a Lucario in the back in all likelihood. Those are the main things that Pelipper would beat in this situation. Okay. This is probably going to be a Stone Edge. Ooh, this is going to be close. Yeah, you have to go for the Hurricane. I wasn't giving tracking accounts there. Let's see what the counts look like. I don't know if Rhyblet could have overfarmed there or not. Let's take a look, because that'll be the most important factor here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 8. 7. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they probably have 3 or 4 residual. Yeah, you had to throw that. Yeah, that's a great call by Rhyblet, because you're in Mud Bomb range at this point. You can't overfarm there. Really good counting. Ooh, and getting the Wing Attack off. Yeah, really good calculated play, right? So sometimes you could overfarm, but you want to really keep track of your opponent's energy to know that if it makes sense or not, because you could just completely throw the game if you try to farm there, right, against the Quagsire. And Pelipper's going to win CMP there too. So it was really close. I think the opponent's just like 1 mud shot off, or it was just about to be a CMP. All right. Going straight away for Stone Edge this time after the Gyarados no-shielded. Unfortunately, opponent is going to shield here. If it's not a Hurricane, you're in a good spot. Yeah. I like this. Oh, wait. Choosing not to shield. Really? Oh, my gosh. Nosy still lives it. Okay. I did not know that. I mean, obviously, like, he knows his own IVs better. Wow. That's huge. That's huge. All right. And I don't know what the opponent's doing here. I mean, this is a very obvious Weather Ball, but okay. And they swap. Okay. Maybe they have a Quagsire or a Scavalier in the back. Could be an ABB team. This is where the ABAs come in more handy, right? It's a little bit more play into ABB teams. Going straight away for the Hurricane. I like it, right? We saw earlier 2 Weather Balls is not enough. Oh, the opponent does shield. Okay. I think this is probably a Scavalier in the back. Yeah, I like this play. I think Rhyblet's expecting a Scavalier or Lucario in the back, right? Because why else would you hard pivot a Mudboy? Or it could be a Swampert. Either way, farming to a maximum energy and then throwing a for sure knockout Hurricane. Huge. And then here comes Scavalier. The opponent has to catch a Hurricane. Can they do it? No. They cannot. They cannot. That's a good attempt. Nice. Really solid place. I like it. All right. Let's see how this next one plays out. Another Pelipper lead. Okay. Not amazing, but that's what it is. Going to throw a Stone Edge. Overfarming a little bit, maybe expecting a potential catch. There's no catch. Wow, the opponent doesn't shield. Maybe Rhyblet's just going straight Stone Edge against the Pelipper leads, but maybe not Gyarados. I don't know. Obviously, some players might change it up a little bit. This is huge. Again, I think you live this. Yeah, you live this. And then you get the Mud Bomb off. So Quagsire beating a Pelipper in the lead is massive. Obviously, the Mud Bomb buff helps a lot. Oh, and getting the Mud Bomb off here. This is really nice because this helps put it closer to counter down range if the opponent does choose to shield. Actually, no. I think you just shield and just counter down. All right. Maybe just throw beforehand. Oh, don't even get a debuff. That's huge. Great timing from Rhyblet. You don't want to get hit by a Focus Blast or anything beforehand. Some players would just go for the shield down. Oh my gosh, what? Okay, I like this play a lot. Oh, he still shields. Okay, so here's my thought process. Maybe he was trying to go for the Focus Blast catch, which in that case would have been great. My thought is, if the opponent has swapped out to a Scavalier in the lead, they're weak to a Scavalier in the back. It could be a Alolan Sandslash. It could be their own Scavalier. I don't know. Own Scavalier, they would come in. It could be, in all likelihood, it's either a Lucario, which is still a little less likely because Lucario has decent play still into a Scavalier. You just do a lot of, like, you take super effective, but the neutral counter is still something. It's either a Lucario. A Scavalier is a little less likely because I think the opponent would just swap out there. Or a lone Sandslash. And I think in that situation, sacrificing the Pelipper here is actually not a bad call. I think you want to just preserve the health on your Scavalier because I think it has a lot of play. Yeah, a lone Sandslash, right? So as expected. It's definitely not over, but this definitely makes it a little bit harder for Rhyblet. I think he still has it. Ooh, not throwing the move there is a little interesting. I don't think you... Oh, you do live it. Okay. I stand corrected. Having back-to-back Weather Ball is nice. I don't know if you get the second one off. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, you should be fine here. The Registeel is out of energy. Honestly, I think the opponent should have shielded at least something there. But anyway, overall, really great battles. yeah, I think really well played from Rhyblet overall. I don't even know what the total record was, but I don't think he lost a lot of battles, which again, super impressive, just because he is in the leaderboard range, and we can see his total wins in Great League. 12,719. So definitely a very experienced trainer, and you can tell from a lot of the gameplay there too. You know, I was being super nitpicky, but I think really talented players need a little bit more scrutiny in their gameplay because, you know, they're not making as many mistakes. But really cool team, and honestly a really fun team. I think this team looks actually really good, and it's gotten Rhyblet on the leaderboard, maintained that leaderboard positioning, and if you're looking for a team in False Cup, I think this could be the one. But anyway, shout out to Rhyblet for sending in the battles, and I think for the most part, the gameplay was really good. If I were to provide any specific feedback and things to work on, I would say the one thing is maybe, like when you land a big move and you can farm something down, think about maybe like what they might have in the back and what makes the most sense to bring in that moment. Obviously, a lot of these switches in and out are happening like on a split second, so it's not easy to like make that read right away. But just making that read, especially when you're playing like more ABA team, right? Like, doesn't make sense to bring in the Pelipper here, or is Pelipper really your main check? And just like trying to make that team composition read, especially in like a small meta like False Cup, like most likely a Lantern lead has a Scavalier in the back. Most likely a Scavalier lead has a Lantern back. Stuff like that, right? Trying to make those prediction calls, I think, can definitely help some of Rhyblet's decision making on the spot. But again, some of these are just really tough, right? And like it makes sense in hindsight, but in the moment it could be tough. But overall, really great battles, and shout out to Rhyblet for sending that footage in. And if you would like to get your battles featured, feel free to shoot me a DM on Twitter at Peng. Honestly, I have a lot of footage pretty much booked out for the rest of this week. So if you have some footage for Ultra League next week, feel free to send me some of that. I think it's Ultra League, and I actually don't remember the other cup off the top of my head, but whatever the next cup is, feel free to record some of those when they happen on Thursday. Have to review some of that. But yeah, let's keep it rolling. I love the series, and it's been a fun time so far. But anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.